somebody, even if you're just natural, he will love you just the way that you are. And I know you don't believe this. You're like, oh, I hear all that.
No,
whatever.
I just have to say because I'm like it's cap for most women though, babe. It is because you have to understand that sounds good, but when these women are in their man's phone and they looking in they likes and it's that type of chick.
What do you think? Do you think that women are having to modify their bodies just to be loved by men now?
No,
that's what she asked.
So whack for
what did she ask?
You just worded that in such.
Did she not? Did she not?
I think women are terrified of settling for a man that is only a dreamer and never really moves forward in that. But I also think that women have also become very superficial and not giving a human a chance to evolve.
I think if a woman's not seeing this man, he's not submitted under nobody. He got the biggest mouth. He can't be led by anybody. He's not serving anywhere. He has no type of godly community. You need to be scared of what those results may look like. This is an Iwegbus production.
Period. What's up, y'all? My name is TK.
And my name is Namdi.
And you are Pillow Talking with the Iwegbus. Episode 20.
Episode 20. What's
yes,
up?
welcome 20th episode.
I feel like this is a nice milestone that we've achieved, right?
Yeah, it definitely is. Been hitting the pavement hard. Yes. We welcome you all. Baby, you want to let them know who we are and what we do?
Yeah, so if y'all don't know, we motivate the common couple to become extraordinary and singles to receive God's best in relationships. So, man, all things relationship, you locked in with the right couple right here.
Yes.
Right here with Pillow Talking with the Iwegbus.
Yes, and so as usual, nothing's new. We got another heavy hitter, another great conversation starter, we hope. Amongst your friends in your home, all that the things. So you want to get into it?
Yeah, so listen, here weekend, we went to the We Need to Talk tour here in Atlanta. This, if you don't know, this is Preston Perry and Ezekiel Zanwu. Please forgive me if I didn't say your name right, brother. But they came here. They're very well known for Poets and Autumn. And they came, they want to just have a conversation, a night of poetry, but also one of conversation about relationships, marriage, and singleness. The conversation shifted towards BBLs with Jackie Hill Perry posed this question right here. Check this out.
Some really like big butts and particularly medium legs. And I'm really interested. I'm really interested of the bigger subject of how women are modifying their bodies. Not primarily for themselves, but for the appeasement of the men around them. What?
So here's the thing.
I didn't even ask the question.
Oh, okay.
That's the crazy part. So, he prophesied my question to me. Do you think that men have created an environment where women feel like they have to change themselves to be loved?
Sheesh, that's still hit. My God.
Wow. So that question hit so hard. It really hit the whole room, especially in a place like Atlanta where it's a lot of the BBL culture, plastic surgery culture going on. So
for sure.
I guess I gotta ask a woman first.
Yeah.
On this situation, baby, do you believe that that's something that women are changing up their bodies, to be loved by men?
Yeah. So I think we have to. I think as a confident woman, and if you're a confident woman watching this, the immediate answer is like, no, I want to do this for myself. I want to, and in some cases, like, people getting their teeth whitened, if that's something that you feel like will make you more confident, then go ahead. But I do think that we have to, even at times, I was just talking to myself earlier. I do that a lot. And
they say great people talk to themselves, like brilliant people.
Okay, so that's a good thing because I definitely be talking to myself. But I was just talking about comparison, and I'm like, I believe I'm such a confident woman. Like, I know I'm dope. Like, we just had our date night yesterday, and I forgot what you asked me, but I'm like, I know I'm fly. Like, I know that God has blessed me. I feel beautiful. I'm gifted. I'm all of this. But we also have to look at what is influencing us. And so you can start off if you are not in Atlanta, you can start off feeling confident. And when I say not just Atlanta, Miami, like the cities with BBLs, you can start off feeling like you are bomb, and then you get around these other women, you like, maybe I should do a little nip and tuck. You know, that don't look so bad, especially when you see a good BBL. Because she was talking about the bad BBLs with the super huge behinds and like petite legs. And it's like, sis, like, baby, that looks bad. But I'm talking about good work. Like that don't look bad. But even with feeling like we're doing it just to feel good about ourselves, and we're not, if we put it on there and say, okay, we're not doing this for men, I do think we have to ask ourselves, what are we being influenced by? What do I mean by that? Culturally. When we talk about music, the influencers, I was just paying attention because I knew we were going to talk about this to my YouTubers, and I'm like, I don't think I have no YouTuber that I watch that has not modified themselves in a way. Wow. And again, I don't think it's necessarily bad, but when we are talking about the, you know, extreme small waist and the super big breast and and then you got these women who are dying behind this and who are getting sick behind it. But that is because there is a culture of influencers and first of all, the new beauty standard is that. Like 90s beauty standard was Nia Long skinny, Gabrielle skinny, chocolate, natural looking. They might have a little eyeliner on. 2023, fake everything. Black girls getting Botox now. And again, I'm not pointing out anything because in some cases I don't think some things are bad. I'm talking about the extreme of it though. And so I do think that even at times when you're like, oh no, I know I'm beautiful, I just want to get this, you still have to ask yourself, why? And when did I start wanting this? Who am I watching? I had a conversation, I think it was with Francesca, and we were talking about kind of how we had to stop following BBL girls. Like, because you're like, dang, I'm sitting here with a regular stomach and hers is just super snatched. And so that's just the culture side of it. To answer the question when it comes to men, I have a very, very, very in-depth answer to that. And one thing is, in that environment, men were like, oh, we don't care. But for the most part, men are not breaking their necks for that beautiful chocolate, natural, slim girl. They're breaking their necks, and there's colorism in this too. The standard is the super high yellow chicks with the, I know you don't know what this is, but the bust down, which is the long wigs and the big butt. Like, I can't even, like, and I need somebody to comment this down below. When you wear your natural hair out in public, it's a different vibe. Go out there with that blonde wig though. Go out there with that long weave though. It's different. Men are breaking their necks for that type of stuff. So when men, to me, when they say, oh, we don't want that, we want the natural type of women, but we see you like the opposite. We see you break your neck for the opposite. We see you y'all ain't taking double looks for the petite, little small breast, small boob. Y'all not going like this, you know, and when y'all, you know, not my man, but so I think that I would like to believe that men are loving women naturally, but I think culturally we have to be real and say they're probably not as much as they should. Not every man. I know there's some people that follow us that love women for women, but I do think experimentally for myself and just culturally in general, there is absolutely a pressure to look a certain way. After kid, snatch back. And because the culture is that way, men are desiring this. Like, culture tells us what to like. That's what I feel like. Like, if you allow it, but there's an agenda, there's an assignment for what they're doing, and yeah, I think women modify their bodies to be pleasing to not only men but other women, their environments, their culture, their jobs, their careers, all of that. Like, certain strippers. Sorry to bring this up, but like, there were certain strippers that I know I've watched where it's like, I didn't start making this money until I got the BBL. You know, and so it just can play out in so many parts. So yes, I think women modify their bodies for men.
Where you watch the strippers at? What they?
Well,
YouTube?
Cardi B was one.
Okay. I was like clarify. So the strippers, I'm like, no, I didn't know where he's talking about. I just heard he's certain strippers. I'm like, where we watch the strippers at again?
Oh my god! I don't know
where did they come in?
Like just listening to, like, y'all, I'll be watching a lot of like documentary things. Yeah. If y'all watch Under White Belly, I learn a lot. Is that what it's called?
I think that's what it. Belly? Yeah, I just heard Shan say. I think
it's Under White Belly, but like, it's like past prostitutes and So, I mean, still some are prostitutes and like strippers and different stuff like that. And they're like, I didn't get money until I got my boobs done. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a sad situation.
I want to ask you a question though.
Yeah.
Do you feel like men are, this is gonna go somewhere a little bit. Do you feel like men are actually loving natural women at their natural state with their natural textured hair, afro hair, black women, dark skin? You think men are really going after those type of women?
So,
And we all are that type of woman if you're black.
right.
Once you take the weave out, we all that.
I believe.
Keep it
So
100.
here's the thing. I think that you can be one way when you're out and about and let everybody see you with the wigs or your makeup or whatever that may be. But when that man gets home with that woman, he sees her without all that extra stuff. Like, she's not wearing makeup all day. She's not wearing weave each and every single day if he's in a relationship with her.
Baby, I know
So,
people, husbands who have never seen their wives' hair.
they've never seen a wife.
I'll tell you when we get off this live who I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
I would, yeah. That's different.
I promise.
That's different. But I would say that yes, men are loving women naturally of who they are, because you can't, if you're in a, and I'm just talking about for those that's in an actual committed relationship or married, mainly married, you gonna.
But you're not looking.
Huh?
You're not looking if you're married.
You're not looking at what?
For women, I'm saying like a single man, like, are they breaking their necks for that type of woman to go after, or are they going for the light skin, big booty, big breasts?
Oh, for sure. Well, it depends on their type. It depends on what it is that he wants. I believe that there is somebody for everybody.
Yes.
That, listen. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I believe that there, because here's where I get frustrated.
Is that the majority of men liking big booties and big breasts, baby?
For sure, they're liking.
Thank you.
They're liking all of those things out there, but most of them can't get those type of women all the
Right,
time.
but that's what they break their necks for.
They probably breaking their neck for it, but
Yeah.
they got somebody who's natural at home.
Yes.
And so coming back to the we need to talk, we need to talk event there, and what they were talking about. I think that unfortunately we have this cross culture thing going on where the kingdom is looking to hip hop culture, secular culture, for what it is that we need to be doing. And so it saddens me that women believers, they have to go and get all these different adjustments made to their body. Now I don't know if it's that many. You maybe could tell me, because really my wife is the one who started pointing this out to me, y'all. Forgive me, I might be a tad bit naive. When we came here, that was the first time in your life that you ever was like, oh my gosh, like she's got that BBL, and that just does not match. The top doesn't match the bottom.
That was my first time seeing really bad ones.
Yeah, really, I don't remember. I feel like, was it in KC?
Well, yeah, no.
See, we come from the Midwest where it's not I don't think many people are spending their money on that. It's not big in the culture.
Yeah.
So we didn't see that till we got here. But I think it's really sad that, I think you kind of alluded to this, that from generation to generation that we've changed. Like when I look at some of the movies, when I look at 70s and 80s movies, that, like you said, you have these slim women, and that was what beautiful was at that time. No adjustments, just simply who God made you. Even in their natural hair with afros and all those things, they got the Foxy Brown, Pam Grier with that going on. That was what beautiful was. And now it's sad to know that women are risking their lives to make adjustments for men. Like, we're gonna risk our lives because we want to be. We're gonna be, huh?
That's what y'all tell them, y'all. And when I say y'all, that's what men are telling women they like, babe. And you gotta, like, come on, babe. It's in the music. Small waist, fat, like that. All that stuff is in the baby.
But I think that a lot of, like, for instance, I believe that you have that naturally.
Yeah, some women do have those naturally.
So I think that
you gotta step out of married Namdi.
I don't know. See, maybe I haven't been
like you don't
single
know
in a good
you
minute.
know these men like that.
I don't know here's my thing, and this is my own personal Personal opinion. This is not. I'm not speaking for all men on this one, but I rather mainly natural. Like I don't. I've heard too many horror stories already. You've heard the Cardi B's come out. I believe Nicki Minaj even come out, and some others that's famous talking about the butt shots or the implants that they got as far as their butt goes. Right? It's not working.
Yeah.
It's gonna fail you eventually. Why would you waste? These are you talking about 20,000, 30, 50,000 on these type of jobs. It's not gonna stay.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're going to be left when you get older, and as you get older, you're going to be left with what God really gave you.
Yeah.
Now, I believe you could tell me and correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the breast implants might be the only thing that actually can stay. Is that right?
Stay what?
Like where you don't have those issues and side effects that we're seeing some of
not
the,
as
the
much,
famous
but
like Nicki and them
anytime you
have.
go under the knife, you can get your wisdom tooth pulled and something go wrong.
Well, yeah, it can, but I'm saying we're seeing it in majority
But BBLs
cases.
are like
You've
a
seen,
really
I believe,
drastic
is it K
procedure.
Michelle took her stuff away too? Mm-hmm. You've seen Nicki, you've seen Cardi, the list continues to go on and on and
Kim
on. And I'm
too.
talking about these people can afford to pay top dollar. We talking about women that probably only make six figures or below getting some of this stuff done. If they pay top dollars for theirs in the field, what you think is gonna do for you? And so when I say to the women, stop looking to the men to be like, oh, we gotta do this. It's almost like y'all angry at the men. Like, we gotta do this so y'all can look at us too. Half the people, let's be honest, that's a very small percentage of women who's actually can afford to even get any of that done.
Yeah,
That's not
sure.
majority of women anyway.
But it's the
so
women
you're
we see.
trying to compete with a whole nother bracket of women. Like, just compete with forget competing. Who God has for you, just be as beautiful as you could be. Stay in the gym. Make sure you keep your hair done. Make sure you shaved up. Make sure everything is right on you. Why are we do not look for a man to validate you and your beauty. Somebody, even if you're just natural, he will love you just the way that you are. And I know you don't believe this. You're like, oh, I hear all that.
No,
whatever.
I just have
Because-
to say because
and
I'm like it's cap for most women though, babe. It is because you have to understand that sounds good, but when these women are in their man's phone and they looking in they likes and it's that type of chick. So it sounds good to go off and just say love yourself naturally, but when you are and I'm not saying just because we're believers don't mean that we are influenced by our surroundings. And so when you see these type of women, and I'm saying this for a woman that might be naive to even knowing that she's being influenced. When you see these type of women as influencers, making money, going on trips, being flued out, all of these different type of things. It's just like men with muscles and cars and money. You start seeing dudes, I got to do that. That's why men started selling drugs just so they can have the cars, so they can have the women. It's the same type of effect. And so we can tell them, just go get a job and just go be natural. And yes, that's the advice here for sure. I just want to make sure that we aren't denying the fact that men have set a standard in a way in the culture, from their music, from hip hop, to the women they put in the movie scenes, to the women that we see, period. Kim Kardashian, every famous person are doing these type of things. And so I say, yes, that sends a message to the average girl. You're not enough.
Yeah.
At your natural state. That's why you think women are bleaching their bodies? Because light-skinned women you ain't hearing songs, I want a dark-skinned chick, dark as the sky. Like, no, it's red bones. It's light skin. It's the big lips. It's the big butt. So it sounds good. And yes, we 100% agree on the fact that yes, love yourself naturally. Yes. I just want to make sure we don't ignore that the reason why that happens is because of the heaviness behind culture, the heaviness behind the world that we live in. So yeah, if you're not strong enough, you will fall to that.
Yeah, message to the kingdom people, those followers of Christ. Stop tuning in to the secular culture, hip hop culture,
That's everybody.
to influence your
Stop being
culture.
greedy.
Just stop.
Everything.
Stop doing that. Like, we can't. Like, that's not. We're trying to play in two different worlds. Like
Yeah,
don't
we
don't
know
play
that.
over there and look over there to see how you should be. Like I hate it that any of our women have to feel like they gotta go dang near risk their lives to feel a certain way. And I can't
Shoot, men
babe,
risking
I
their
can't put
lives.
that again, I can't put that all on the men. I think that women need to do some soul searching, find the beauty inside yourself. Don't blame the men. Cause on the flip side, men could, because a lot of times women are breaking their neck for buff dudes. Okay, buff dudes and dudes running around showing their prints and all this other stuff in sweats, right? So they like, so we can in turn, and I know some people who have
They do.
can in turn start
All in a rat race. That's why they scamming.
They could start using steroids. Because I have heard of guys doing that. You go to the gym long enough, you'll be offered some type of enhancement when it
definitely
comes
have
there.
been.
You know, and then
Yeah.
men could be trying to go get some other installments and surgeries
I don't
done.
think that's real.
I guess I heard it is real. So again, like I don't want to put the blame on all of the brothers. Yes, culture has influenced big on the TV and on your social medias and all that. Listen, let's reshape culture. Let's not tune into that, man. You are beautiful how you are, ladies. That's all I want to say. And I believe that most men, most married men, when they go home, they naturally loving a woman naturally as she is. Because she cannot, like when you get home, you don't have on makeup. When you get home, you don't have in all the time weave. And I love you just how you are. I think you cold just like that. Like I do. Why you laughing?
No, I know.
I do. Like I do. And I just think it's ridiculous. And maybe I'm probably out of tune.
You are, babe.
I'm probably not
I
the
just
guy.
want to, y'all, Namdi.
I'm not the
Namdi's
guy
not
who-
on social media. I'm thinking about, as you're talking, from every single
Yeah.
piece of clothing is now made for BBL girls.
Man, that's
Fashion
crazy. See, I don't
Nova,
know yet.
Fashion Nova influencers are all BBLs. Shein influencers of who, wear their clothes are all BBL women. Swanka Posh, all of these clothes, babe, are catered to small waist, big booty, like BBL bodies.
So hold on. If BBL people are the minority and regular people are the majority, how could this all be catered towards the minority? They would go out of business, baby.
No, because we still wear them. So regular women that don't have BBLs, but the thing is, it's like when I've seen in comments, like a woman will have on jeans, they'll be like, give me the jeans in the body. Because we're not gonna look like that. But we buy those clothes still. But I'm just saying that's who you're not understanding that's what they're pushing forward. So you ain't even gotta be swimming in the culture of comparison. It's everywhere. It's on YouTube. It's in your clothing stores. When I go to the mall, I can't hardly find anything modest. I can't hardly find anything that just looks normal. Everything is the daggone mannequins got a BBL, Like, so I don't think you are really aware that much. I'm gonna give
I
you
ain't
that.
tapped into the culture.
I don't think you're as aware
Counterculture.
as,
Forget that. That's what we gonna be. Kingdom. Forget that. Kingdom. We need to be counterculture.
Yes.
We don't force our women to have to look like something that is fake and that's not real.
I don't think
we
it's
don't,
about
or we
being
don't make.
counterculture.
We,
It's
we're
just
gonna.
being aware
We need to appreciate
of the
our
culture,
women.
though.
We need to be appreciative of our women just as they are.
Yeah.
And I believe that it's a lot of kingdom brothers out there. Okay, I'm speaking for the king. A lot of kingdom brothers out there that accept a woman that, hey, they like what they like. They have their non-negotiable, and they seek out and they find their non-negotiable. I'm believing that.
Yes, 100%.
And if y'all, hey, listen, if brothers, if y'all not on that, be on that, man.
Yeah.
Really,
for
like
sure.
let's not go look over at all these BBLs or whatever the case may be. So, hey,
I ain't
That's
never
my
heard a
put.
man say, I'm going after a flat booty.
never. Even when I met you, I said, hey, she either got to have the top or the back.
Exactly.
But guess what? She didn't have to be modified. You didn't have to be modified at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think the point that I'm making, babe, is like, just to not be like, screw all of what they talking about. And it's like, but we're talking to a culture that sees this stuff. So how do we help them operate and maneuver in a culture like this? We can't do that by just ignoring and acting like something isn't there. It is there. That it's always been a beauty standard for the women. For makeup, back in the day, like this probably should have been a woman's conversation because back in the day,
Probably so.
it was a certain liner around the lips, and now it's a standard that they put on women.
Yeah.
It's the face of a lot of things. And so whether you're Christian or not, you don't have to be swimming in the strip clubs and the clubs to see like, dang, ain't nothing. I ain't seen a regular woman on none of these clothing brands or none of these Instagram pages or none of these YouTubers. And I know there are some, but I'm just saying who the big people, why Kim Kardashian and them all got the same booty and everybody start looking like them? Why does every female rapper in the game come in natural and modify their body? Why does, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a real thing. And so it's not saying we're looking over there. It's like, we can, the only way to not see it is to not open your eyes.
I guess so.
Literally.
I guess so. Hopefully, men, y'all don't start modifying y'all bodies because I feel like that's the same thing that we see. Nothing but buff men. We see on everything that you see. You know, like, I don't know if that's necessarily an excuse for what women do what they do, but
It's not an
hey,
excuse.
maybe I'm out of.
It's
I'm
not
out
an
of
excuse.
tune.
It's to
Maybe we should all be going and shooting up steroids then, and we
no,
should blame it on.
babe.
We should
You're
blame it
being
on the women.
insensitive, honey.
I just don't. I think that women, they just gotta love themselves.
Yeah, and so do men,
Point
but
blank,
that's why
period.
men scam to go get money because they trying to attract the chicks. Because women
But
don't like
we
broke
talking about
men.
again. We talking about the minority, the majority.
That's
So,
not true.
so
not true.
either way, hey man, y'all.
Well,
tuned
this
in.
is our
Y'all-
first episode.
yeah.
We disagree because
Listen,
now I'm be
y'all,
capping.
y'all tap in on this conversation. Let us know in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think that women are having to modify their bodies just to be loved by men now?
No,
That's what she
you are
asked.
So whack for
What did she ask?
You just worded that in such.
Did she not? Did she not? That's what she asked, right? I feel like it. Maybe I'm tripping.
But it's the way just to be loved. Like no, they of course.
Or to be seen. They have to.
No,
They
it's
have
just
to
the
do
new
extra
standard.
things. They gotta bleach themselves. They gotta. I don't know. Please, this is my disclaimer. All women, please forgive me if I'm a little insensitive. But hey, listen. We see objects of men that I guess are supposed to be the perfect
your message
looking men.
your message is pure
All day. And
Your message is
we cannot go
pure.
put any implants of muscles in. We
Oh, y'all
could if we
can.
get money.
Yeah, y'all
But
do
again,
that.
it's just very unusual. So
Your
either
message
way,
is pure. Your message is pure. The moral is love yourself.
love yourself or nobody.
I'm just trying to
Straight
get
up.
him to understand that there is a very heavy culture for women to modify
For sure.
their bodies.
Hey, y'all tap in below. Let us know what y'all think. So moving forward, another subject that came up during the We Need to Talk tour there with Preston and Ezekiel was a question that's been asked many times, something that we talk about all the time, which is that marrying potential or anything like that. So what the main question is why are women against marrying potential?
Yeah, I feel like I think culture, bringing that word up again, has downplayed regular men. And women are wanting, even though they are not arriving ready to go full high, everything in their life is like exceeding. They want their man to have, just this exceeding in every area, financially, their mental state, their health. They don't want it's so many things on the list that we are no longer in a way accepting just regular humans. In my mind, I'm like, who's not at a potential in their life? It's just different levels of potential, right? So I think that's one thing. I think culture has kind of downplayed just regular working 9-to-5 good men, blue collar men that just love the Lord, mind their business. Like that's downplayed. It's like, baby, we need cars, houses, big money. But on the flip side, just to take up for the women, I also think that women are afraid of being stuck. So I think that there has been women who have dated a potential man and got married to him, and he's still literally that. Like he's still exactly the same. He's still, making the same type of money. He's still got the same emotional maturity, the same level of it. And so I think women are terrified of being stuck with someone and having a man that is not moving forward because, women, we gonna go get the education. We gonna go to church. We gonna get spiritually in depth being our word. And sometimes for men, because I feel like y'all also are not, there's not a lot of opportunities for y'all really necessarily anyways. it takes a little time for y'all to catch up, you know, and then let's not add in lack of fathers and a overbearing mother and, you know, just trauma and all of that. And so I think women are terrified of settling for a man that is only a dreamer and never really moves forward in that. But I also think that women have also become very superficial and not giving a human a chance to evolve. And that happens over a lifetime. Like there were things about you, like don't get me wrong. I was like, Lord, I pray to God this part it grows in a way. And I'm sure he has some things about me like that trait we got to work on. But at the same time, he isn't who he is now. You aren't who you are now. So what if I would just been like, you know what, you ain't there. Nah, I don't care about this potential. Like, and I can go deeper into like not even realizing the power that you have in a relationship under God and the covenant to help each other grow to their potential.
Yeah, I think that would you say though you saw for what you wanted to see out of me, did you see some actions that were like some fruit or some things like, okay, I can see this could go to this, you know, to this height?
Well, not all things, honestly. There were some things I did not see until year 3 or year 4. But I think the core of who you were and, you know, to like take it, definitely got to take it here. Your relationship with God was so genuine and locked in. I'm like, anything is possible. Anything is possible with you, you know, and I know that the things that you lack in, I have. So if we both have God and we both are focused and we're both locked in with the Lord individually and we're both working on ourselves individually, when we come together, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Like you have the traits that I don't have.
Yeah.
And that
Vice
is what
versa.
helps me, you know, evolve. And then there's traits that you don't have that I have, and I assist you in those things. But no, there were definitely some things that Namdi did not show fruit in, but because the core of him loved the Lord, was committed to God, you were faithful in prayer, faithful in the word. So I think like looking at the core of a man. But if a man is fickle in his relationship with God, baby, you got to question everything.
Yeah, because with God, all things is possible.
Yeah.
Like you can, things can turn over now. You want to at least see that he's making some traction of that. And I guess, you know, the guys behind us at the event, they was getting on my head because they had these cards that said, okay. And I think the other side was like, no way.
Yeah.
And they were like, is it okay to marry? It's okay to marry potential. And I was like, as a man, I probably was one of the only men over there saying, no way. And it's just because, unfortunately, I've seen women who are just like stuck with a man that promised them the world, but he's not doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of women are scorned because they seen their mothers or their grandmothers kind of go through this and just kind of suffer. And I don't think that a woman, if you're not seeing any type of fruit, okay, if you're not seeing any type of fruit of this man, he's not even submitted in any type of way. I think one of the things that you knew about me was what you could see me doing already from afar.
Right.
I was already serving. Okay. I was already had a community around me. You seen who my spiritual mentor was at that time. You understand? So you guys, so okay, he's connected with certain people and all those things. And I just think that women, if you're not, I think if a woman's not seeing this man, he's not submitted under nobody. He got the biggest mouth. He can't be led by anybody. He's not serving anywhere. He has no type of godly community. You need to be scared of what those results may look like. You know, but again, you said if you see this man, he's serving, he's worshiping, he's praying for you. He has God at the center of all things, man. The potential could be maximized big time. I think it was a guy at the conference, and he really spoke to my wife found me when I was still living with my mama. Because I think it was a girl that got up there and kind of spoke on, like, I mean, he's sitting there living with his mama and he ain't really making no moves and I can't wait on that type of situation. Yeah. He was like, listen, well, my wife, she waited on me. I was I was living with my mama. I wasn't where I'm at now. Now we're, making top dollar money and we got this many kids. I think they're 10 years married and they're in there now. And so he was like, she saw the potential in me. But I think what a lot of times that they left out there was they were all within a community.
Yes.
So it was layers to this. She was able to probably see him getting discipled by Deacon so and so.
Yeah.
You know, they had a pastor that was in between them that could make sure that they had the proper counseling and things of that sort. And so yeah, I think that if that man isn't, I'm still with it. Still don't marry potential. You better marry reality. Because I'm telling you, at the end of the day, you're gonna be stuck in a nightmare if they don't ever start to turn that leaf over to what it is you think they should be. So the brothers was on my head. What up to y'all? Because one of the brothers came to me. He's like, man, I'm gonna give you a pass, bro. He's like, you was with your wife, bro. You was tripping. I'm like, nah, I can't sit up. I'm not trying to bash all the brothers. I believe that this goes both ways.
Yeah.
You don't see that sister really making. Listen. I'm somebody who you don't see that sister making that type of move, or you don't see that fruit from that. Don't go far with that woman.
Yeah.
Cut it off. I'm one that had to break off something in my past because that quote in that book was Dr. R.A. Vernon's 10 Rules of Dating changed my life.
Yeah.
He said, don't marry potential, marry reality. I sat there, I said, dang, we reading this book together, but dang, if this person is to never change, can I accept this person just as they are? Yeah. It's wrong to have to send them through hell because they a daggone Toyota Camry and you trying to turn them into a Lamborghini. Like you're trying to shift this person into something that they might not ever want to be. Maybe God didn't even create them to be that. Yeah. And that's unfair to them. So yes, don't marry potential, marry the actual reality, and make sure that you're seeing some type of fruits before you make that type of commitment. I stand by that all day.
I think I answered this wrong because I was saying all of us are at a potential. So I wasn't at the fullness of the woman that I was. Like if you was to be, when you got married to me, I was not that submissive. I was not very cooperative. And so if you would have been like, nah, just because she's not that. And let me say this. I'm definitely not saying go out here and just hoping on a hope, prayer, and a wish.
Right.
You know, that's why I said the core of you is actively seeking the Lord's face, because I know that if there was anything that I did not like and that was, you know, a detriment to our relationship, the Lord will reveal that to you.
For sure.
But there were definitely, like, you are not who you are then, and I'm 100% not who I was back then. Yeah. And so I don't want to just run people, because I do think that people are just giving up on people because it's like, oops, there's that one thing. But on the flip side to saying that, just to back up what you said, to not date in private. Like a lot of believers that be privately dating their men, and I get it because you don't want people in your business if it doesn't work out, but there's safety in the community. There's safety in knowing, okay, why nobody know your man? Why your man don't got no other brothers in Christ? Why is he not? Why can't you go and ask Derek about John? Yeah. Derek, you know John? Yeah, he's been DMing me. Like, do you know? Oh, he's a good man. So you got people vouching for him. Yeah. You see him. This is why we always talk about that private datings, baby. Y'all end up having babies, just doing a bunch of, you know, unnecessary stuff. And so I just want to give that advice. So for me, I think that it is okay to marry potential if the core of who they are is Christ-centered and they are actively you see they apologize when something goes wrong. Like there's fruit to that, right? Yeah. But then to those that are, you know, are dating, you're like, I don't know about this. Don't date privately, because you make those permanent decisions and you don't even really know them because y'all just being intimate and all those different type of things.
Yeah,
but
so many things get clouded. So blurred. Yeah, man. So I would love to know, what do y'all think out there about women? Are they giving up on men that have the potential, or vice versa? Like, I would love to hear what y'all got to say. Please put it in the comments below. Moving forward, so another one of the conversations that came up during the We Need to Talk to, or there with Preston, Perry, and Ezekiel, was about high achieving women feeling like that they're not approached. Okay, they said that it's hard for them to find a man. So, so I wanted to ask you, babe, why is it hard for high achieving women to find a man?
Am I
to get a man to approach them? I probably started to show my daggone age, because I was like, huh? What? Not in our day. You get clown. But nowadays, I guess social media deal. So I don't know why you think it's so hard for high achieving women to find a man.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little difficult for me to answer this fully because I don't know if I'm high achieving. So I don't like the high value boss CEO chick woman.
Well, you're that
I'm a leader.
now.
Yeah, but
When I met you, no. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had the potential
I'm
of
just
it.
playing.
Like we just got to talk about potential. But
Yeah.
you had the potential of it. You was doing all the things that show that you're going to be that.
Period.
You know, you had a new album, you know, you was anchored in the Lord. You
Yeah.
was getting on lives already kind of like low key preaching in a way. So
Not low key.
no, low yeah, you was. But so you was doing that and so you had all those different traits of that someone is going to
Yeah.
be high achieving at that time. But now we're talking about it was women there that was talking about you know their therapists or
Yeah.
you know attorneys, all of that.
Yeah.
That they can't get men to just come up and say, "Hey, how you doing? What's your name?"
Yeah, you're gonna have to answer the man part, but I
Hey.
just about the scariness of that because that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I think the question to like kind of break down is like what comes along with a high achieving type of woman. So if this is a leader who is sought after, who is the decision maker, who has to solve problems, who has to have critical thinking skills, like I don't want to call these masculine traits because you know a woman can obviously do these things too. I think what can, especially if you don't know the Lord, what can easily go with that is like arrogance and being combative and being difficult. And so I think a lot of times when a man see a woman that is bossed up, he like, man, she ain't about to submit. She ain't about to listen to me. She know, and in some cases, she might actually know more and be more educated and more equipped and more eloquent and more, you know, just more. And so I think what can come along with this type of woman is a combative woman, is a difficult woman. And I don't even think it's your fault, sis. Like I think me and Namdi just had this conversation probably like I don't know a couple months ago, a little transparent moment, and I was telling Namdi, I'm like it has been a difficult trying to balance being a leader in so many areas and even sometimes in our home in certain areas and then like turning that off and being submissive and obeying. And so it's like y'all don't have to switch. You bossed up being a man, be decisive, be a leader, and you come home and you be exactly that too. And so I also think that it is difficult, especially if you're a woman and you're 35 and 40 years old and you've been operating as a leader. You're a worship leader, you're a leader at church, you're a CEO at your job, you are a counselor to your friends, you are a therapist, you have a high earning job, and then you get married and you're expected to submit and obey and be feminine and be soft. That takes a skill, even though it's natural for us to submit. And when I say natural, meaning the Lord created us that way, it takes intentionality to get to that. And so I think one reason why it might be hard for them to like attract men is that I think men assume those type of women ain't really ready to like submit. Like if she get pregnant, is she gonna actually set her tail down and like be home and breastfeed and nurse the kids? Like when women hear that, like, I'm about to be walking around barefoot with no man's child. Like, so I think that can come on. I know every woman is not like this, clearly, but I think that's kind of the persona of that type of woman is a boss chick that can't be told nothing type of girl.
Yeah, I you know, I believe on the men's side of things, one of our biggest prides is providing. And so when you got, that's one of the main things that we bring to the table.
Yeah.
And you already doing pretty well in that area.
Yeah.
We don't really know where we fit in at. You know, I say, and I'm just talking about for majority, I'm not talking about everyone, but it's kind of like, dang, okay, so she got all of that. What am I supposed to come in and do?
Yeah.
And is she going to even listen to me? I think that's one of the things that are there. I think the other thing is, obviously, is social media. We always go back to that. Men have gotten so used to just hollering at women just in big time, like a bunch of DMs, just overwhelming amount of just DMs of trying to holler at women and seeing what they catch out of that, and so they don't know how to just even we're talking about approaching.
Yeah.
I probably want to be not just only DM.
Yeah.
She might be one that see because I remember even hearing this from you, and somebody said this at the We Need to Talk to Her. They was talking about how you'll see me at this event or something, but you don't talk to me when we there. You message me.
Afterwards.
You message me afterwards.
Yeah.
And I think I can't say it's just such a low kind of self-esteem move, but you're trying to go for this high value type of woman.
Yeah,
in a
I've
way.
definitely had that.
Yeah, that's
Like literally after every service.
yeah, that's weird.
Nice seeing you.
You
today.
told me that.
Hey, girl, you didn't say nothing to me at
You
church.
told me that was really weird. And I'm thinking like, dang, I made this really hard. I'm waiting for the right opportunity to when I can, like, maybe my friend is over there talking to you, then maybe I come over and talk. Like, how am I going to approach her?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. How am I going to get in the circle to be able to talk to when, dudes is like, you working too hard.
Yeah.
And I just sent out a bunch of messages and, hey, I see what I can get out of that. And so I don't think that men really know how to now properly approach a woman.
Yeah.
A lot of times, unfortunately, and the reason why we see a lot of times the women are bossed up, they have more of the education and all that is because, unfortunately, the foundation of the household has been broken. A lot more have grown up with single mothers. And so a woman can show a woman how to be a woman. A woman can show a girl how to become a woman. But it's really hard for a woman to show a boy how to become a man. Like, she can't really do that. He's going to need some father figures to come in and show him how to holler at, a girl or do some of those things. Yeah. So the women, you all have been actually raised up to your high potential. You guys have been taught how to be onto a woman, girl onto a woman, and then go on and get your educations, and you've gone far within that. But if you don't have something, if you don't have it modeled in the household, it's hard for him to go out and do that thing. You don't got dad who kind of shows you, hey, who you liking? You talk to her yet?
Yeah.
What you mean you did? Man, listen, when you see her next time, once you don't have that person in your life to show that. So who shows you how to do something? Yeah. Hip hop. You feel me? Hip hop gonna tell you, what I'm saying? Slide in the you ain't heard too many times in anywhere in the 2000 teens have you heard a song that was talking about, hey, when you see her, I approached her, I came up on her. No, it was talking about I sent a message in her DM, blah 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 blah. DM, that's it. So they don't know how to deal with a woman who wants to be sought after.
The DMs be dry.
Yeah.
WYD ? Like, Negro, do I know you? Introduce yourself.
Right. And so now the women are sitting here, they're wanting somebody who's confident. Yeah. Okay. Sure. How about a woman gonna want somebody who's confident? What does a confident man do? When he see her, he not gonna message her when he get home. He gonna come up on her right then and there. Hello, what's your name?
Yeah, listen, real quick. Stop doing that, y'all. Like, if you are a man and you are watching this and you go to an event and you see a woman that you think is beautiful, do not let the event end and then you have the nerve to DM her. Yeah. Hey, I saw you tonight at the event. You look beautiful. Hope all is well with, like, Negro, you had the opportunity to come up to my face and say that to me. And I don't know, maybe these new age women are accepting that. But if I was anywhere remotely on the scene, when it was happening to me, those messages were left on read. If you are even trying to come up to me, you better be how you even gonna trust a man in a relationship that isn't even bold enough or confident enough to speak to you in real life? Yeah. Men, get back to introducing yourself. Hello, my name is Johnson, or my name is Michael. What's your name? Oh, my name is such and such. You look beautiful tonight. Compliment her. Engage in conversations again. Women still like it. I think women are just used to the DMs, but women love that. Like, take the initiative and go after what you want. Like, do that. Don't be a coward. and go to the event and then DM her afterwards.
Yeah.
Don't be silly.
And men know this, even though she may be making more or something, women still need to be led.
Yeah.
I believe that truly. Like,
Oh,
even
God.
if they're so powerful and all these different things, they were made to be led.
My
That's
God.
it. They came from us. Like, so how, like, go in, she needs you in some form, in some way. Whether it be just leading her with how, hey, with her boss moves and all those things that she's doing, or coming alongside her in her ride, being there, somebody who's going to protect her along the way. I know you said it to me many times, like, I knew what I was doing. I was going to need to be married eventually. Like, this was, in the rooms that you were going to be in and all these things.
Somebody
so
actually
people,
said that to me.
Yeah, people aren't going to just take advantage of you because you're beautiful and all. You needed somebody there to do that. So I came in, and I started to manage you and your music and all those different things when it comes to it. Listen, don't matter how she look on the outside, she needs you. And be honest with you, most time women, I think, date down in a way. Like, they don't necessarily, most time a attorney woman, you don't see them a lot of times with an attorney man.
Yeah, for sure.
It's usually, her guy might be more blue collar. He may not be working in those same industries and fields that she's in.
Yeah.
So that's not usually what women do. I think we usually date up and women date down, if I'm not mistaken, and from what I've usually seen about. So if you don't know how to men even approach a high value woman, I'm pretty sure the late Kevin Samuels might have something on something, that type of video. I'm pretty sure he do.
This is
It might be
crazy.
very bold. It might be
I cannot believe you're actually.
it might be harsh.
Him.
Yeah, I don't think.
You have
Now hold
did
up.
not
Now I
like
don't.
His content forever.
Now I don't. Now I'm not good with everything that Kevin Samuels
No.
did. Like, I'm not with how I believe that a lot of his message was good. In some ways, it was just delivered the wrong way, arrogantly, and probably had some hurt behind it too from a lot of guys in that red pill community. They communicate from a hurt place, so that's how it came off. But I think that it was a lot of things that he was talking about as far as men being men and women having some reality check with themselves of what they really are and their value. I think he has some true stuff, and I run across some stuff every once in a while. I'd be like, okay, man, he was speaking some stuff. But again, look out, it's all types of different videos out there. Check out the Style OG. Different people out there that can show you different, a way that you could, be a man and talk to some of these high achieving women out there, because they need you.
And want.
Yeah, and they want you. They waiting on y'all.
Yeah.
Man, it was so many different people at even the event that we're out. There's probably so many singles out there.
For sure.
And that was the thing that Ezekiel said at the end. Ezekiel said, man, y'all go out there and y'all actually speak to some people. And I've seen some people in action. Unfortunately, tried to speak to some married people. They tried to holler at some married people.
I'm like, it's crazy because I feel like y'all don't, please answer this. Like, I need y'all to know. Men, I really, really, really want to know this. When you are checking a lady out, you're at the grocery store, you're at an event, you're at the park, she's walking her dog, wherever you find her, church, y'all don't look at the left hand to see if she has a ring on her hand? And then, first of all, I want to know that. Men, do you actually look at a woman's hands to see if she is married? Secondly, when you see the ring, do some of y'all not know that represents marriage? Because I be so confused. Like, when a dude come up to me, I make sure I put my phone up to my head like, hey, the ring right next to my eyes so they can see it. And I still get approached. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
and my ring is not small. So I want to ask that. I really, really, like, this is going to be
I'll
its own.
put that in the comments.
This
man.
is going to be its own moment because I really want to know. I be appalled at the fact that I still get hit on because I'm like, y'all don't see this ring?
Yeah.
And then, or do y'all just not care?
Yeah,
Or are women wearing rings on their left hand and they not married? I don't know.
some of them be doing that too, I think.
Yeah, and ladies, why y'all wearing marriage bands on your left ring finger as a promise ring to yourself to be celibate? Girl, put that on that right hand. Don't confuse the men, please.
Hey, that's a gem for y'all. Yeah,
Don't do that.
It was brothers in.
I
Like
never
I said,
wore a ring on my left hand before I
That's
got
weird.
engaged. Like, that's
weird.
super weird.
Yeah, y'all. Hey, make sure that they know y'all available.
Put that on the
in
right
some way.
hand.
Y'all out or y'all outnumbered. It's too many women to men. And so y'all need to make sure that they know, hey, I am actually available. But I don't know. I guess men don't really look at that. To the guy's defense that was asking me and coming up at the event, it was something that came up at the event like, hey, who's that girl right there? I'm like, oh, no, that's my bro's wife right there.
Yeah, from afar, you might not see.
Yeah, you can't tell.
Yeah.
So I understand them asking.
Yeah.
And then I think one of them still got asked or whatever. But
and she was with her man.
Right. So he had to he encouraged people to go out there and talk to y'all if you going to all these singles events.
Yeah.
And you not actually approaching any women and actually trying to go on dates with the potential of finding your wife. Yeah, dates with the potential to find your wife. Some of y'all kind of be boastful and happy and arrogant in y'all singleness. Y'all just be liking to be single and kind of, I guess, flaunting it in a certain type of way. I don't know. Yeah, it's just weird.
It's not women.
It's weird. Like you want to kick it with your boys the rest of your life.
People like being wanted.
Yeah.
And when you get married, they think that they're not going to be wanted anymore. I get hit on way more now that I'm married. Way more.
I don't get hit on.
Praise God.
Probably only once. Only once, maybe.
What
no. It wasn't on if that was hit on, no.
What happened? Tell us.
No, I can't.
We want to know.
No, she just said, why didn't you... The girl that I told you when I was at the store, she's like, why didn't you come in my lane?
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, oh,
Did
no,
you laugh?
this one was... I was like, no, this one was open right here. No, I didn't laugh.
What did you have on?
Probably what I got on now. It was something regular.
Like shorts? Basketball shorts?
Nah, I am on shorts.
You combed out your beard?
I had on sweats. Gray sweats.
No, I'm just...
I'm just playing.
And did you laugh? Like when she was like, why you didn't come into my line? You was like,
man, my bad. Hey, listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This one, she was open. But thank you, shorty. Thank you.
You know better.
Thank you, though. You feel me? No, I'm just playing. Hey, y'all, listen. Make sure y'all out there.
You're out of your
approaching
mind.
These women. Message to my fellas. The high achieving, high value, whatever you all want to put us, because y'all get very technical when it comes to these terms on Instagram. Y'all,
it's technically not a such thing as an alpha woman.
High value woman,
call it what you
man,
wanna call it.
is not just about income. I don't give a dang. Listen, y'all come up with your own terms. Listen, there's women out there that make a lot of money, that are boss chicks, leaders, all that. They waiting for y'all to holler. Y'all make sure y'all do that. All right, and y'all, please comment below. Let us know what y'all think about this subject too. So listen, hey, this concludes our show, man. We do appreciate all of you for
crazy show.
I was about to say tapping in with us, tap in with TK, but man, tuning in with us here with Pillow Talking with the Iwegbus. Hey, listen, do us a huge favor. We probably gonna tell you about the like, subscribe, all that. Do the YouTube stuff, but please go to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Music. Leave us a 5-star review. We would greatly appreciate that. We got many more things coming up. If you're a believer, we ask that you keep us in the prayers. We got some things on the horizon, and man, we just want God's hand all over it.
Yes.
So, anything you want to say, babe?
We're good.
Hey, listen, make sure y'all do all the things you're supposed to there. Comment, share this with somebody. We will see y'all on the next episode.
Bye, guys.
This is an Iwegbus production.
Period.
Hey, thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you could do us a huge favor, please hit that like button and please subscribe.
Yes, and please do not forget to hit that notification bell. We need y'all to be locked in every single time we drop this fire content.
Yeah.
Also, we need y'all to follow us on all social media platforms at the Iwegbus. And look, we will see y'all on the next video.